Okie dokie. So, as I mentioned in my last couple of videos, I'm in my new space. It's a small converted garage near downtown Sarasota, which I am absolutely loving. I love my space. I love where it's located. I love that Bugsy and I can get on the scooter and go for a ride at night and see the city lights and people. I love that I'm located in more of a mixed community than I have been in a while. I know, kitty. It's just, I'm really loving this space. Kitty. He wants to jump up in the new utility closet that's wide open, and at that I would have a ton of things tumbling out. But anyway, so I'm loving where I am. I'm loving that Blue Egg Interiors Gallery. My guy down in Miami is moving to a brand new location. It's kind of a little plaza-like mall with a two-story building, and it's filled with about 40 different businesses, from what I understand, all having to do with high-end art, design, and antiques. It's the perfect location for us in Miami, I believe, and I'm really excited about the change. Jay opens May 1st. He'll have a grand opening, I think it's May 11th, but I don't really remember. So I'm trying to get some new work ready for him for the new location. And one of the pieces I'm working on is my tattooed lady. My tattooed lady. My lounging tattooed lady. I started it a number of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when I was living with my sister, and I was painting on her lanai, which is Floridian for porch, screened-in porch. That's how we know it up north, but it's called lanai down here. And she gave me some space, and so I started it, but I didn't finish it because I didn't really have a lot of free time, or, I just didn't have a lot of free time to work on anything. But now I'm in my new space, so I'm working on her. I'm trying to finish up other paintings that I started probably 2 months ago, 4 months ago, something months ago. I've got a lot of stuff I'm trying to finish up, and I'm looking forward to tying it all together and moving forward, moving on, because it's such an exciting time right now for me. And part of that exciting time was I went to the local art supply store and picked up a couple of canvases. I now go to, there's no Utrecht, there's no Dick Blick nearby, which, as if you watch my videos, you know I love Dick Blick, especially Dick Blick in Providence, Rhode Island. I love the store, the staff, whoever's working there, been working there over the past 7-8 years has treated me incredibly well, and I miss them. I really miss Dick Blick in Providence. But I'm down in Florida, no Dick Blick, no Utrecht. So I'm going to Art and Frame of Sarasota, I believe it's called, Art and Frame of Sarasota. It's on Tamiami Drive, which is a long highway-ish, route-ish thing that goes from Tampa to Miami, Tamiami. It's weird. It's very long, and there we are. So it's Art and Frame of Sarasota, and I can get good quality canvases there. Not Dick Blick, which is my favorite. Dick Blick and Soho Art Supplies. They make my two favorite canvases in the whole world. Soho Art Supply has a big boy, a fat boy frame, so you get a 3-inch profile, which of course here you can see it's not a 3-inch profile. It's a 1.5 or something or other inch. I like the 3-inch profile, but I can't get to New York, and I can't afford the shipping on them. So Dick Blick was my other go-to guy, and they have pretty good profiles. But I really love the quality and the weight of the canvas, and the gesso they use. The gesso, it's just a really good quality for me. I tried Jerry's Artorama canvases, but there was an oily sheen. It just felt plasticky and weird, and my paints didn't apply well. Dick Blick, top notch. But so now we're at Sarasota, or Art and Frame of Sarasota, and they have Frederick's everybody knows Frederick's. There we go. Frederick's canvases. Not my favorite, but it's what's available. And they're not bad. They're not bad. I think they're not bad. So I got 2 of them. What did I get? 24 by 36. I'm really into this 2-panel thing I'm doing. As you can see behind me, the tattoo lady is a 2-panel. I've done a number of portraits. What did I do? A 3-panel portrait, a 2-panel portrait with 3 portraits of Jordan Mayhem, a drag queen down in Providence, Rhode Island. But I really enjoy doing it that way. It allows me to think a little bit differently. You know, I can use different styles. And it also allows the gallery or the buyer to have the work shipped at a reasonable price. The larger pieces I do are much more difficult, much more costly to ship, pack and ship, whereas the 2-panel pieces kept down under, I don't know, kept down under something or other and something or other. I don't know, it just works out better for everybody. So get this little 2-panel piece going. Ooh, that corner's dirty. So I'm going to gesso it up this morning. I've done it in many other videos where I gesso everything with black gesso in swipes. Now, usually I have my my reference material ready to go. I don't this time. Ugh. I have several images that I've been dying to work on, but I haven't decided on one. I may have kind of, so that may be a lie. I may have kind of decided on one, but I'm not sure. I have an old photograph of 2 women, probably from the 20s, and they've got their hair slicked down, they've got ties on, and they've got their arms around each other, and what I just noticed the other day, even though I've been looking at this for a really long time, I just noticed the other day they're wearing vests and they match. And their ties aren't an exact match, but they have patterns down to about here, and then they're plain. And it's just a small detail that I find really interesting. Like what drove them to wear those particular outfits. So if you watch my videos, you know that this is how I start my paintings. Sorry, the back painting is falling over and pushing the canvas into me. Anyway, this is how I start my paintings, is with black and white swipes, and I go over them with, I draw on the figures, and I do the figures with aerosol, and then I do aerosol colors and patterns. And then after that, we get into the oils. So I've got a few layers to go, but I had to pull them out and make a video because I'm really excited about this place. As you can see, everything is, as it normally is, kind of haphazardly placed up on boxes and chairs and propped up against the wall, or kind of propped up against the wall. I have an easel, but it's holding my camera, and I really don't even like using easels. I like this. I like a little bit of struggle. It helps me to think clearer, think faster, and I can take my canvas and move it up and down and around the room, twirl them. Whereas with easels, it's just a little too staid, a little too formal. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not a formal person, so this is about as good as it gets. So I love propping and the struggle. I have to have a little bit of struggle to keep it interesting. This morning I'm going to finish up these doodads, get back to the tattooed lady. I think I'm going to take Bugsy out for a cup of coffee, maybe enjoy a little bit of the neighborhood we're in. I found a tiny little hole-in-the-wall coffee shop, Green Bean something or other, right up the street. I'm going to go to. I just wanted to let everybody know, all that struggle and horrible, the light is lifting a little bit. The light is lifting a little bit. I'm very happy, very excited to be here. It's nice to have color instead of just being translucent all the time, by the way. Anyway, let's get to work. Ciao.